Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jack Coakley. I'm a part of the marketing team here at Skylight Financial Group. When I'm not working at the office, I'm a little bit of a home mixologist. And given all the craziness of the last few months, we decided that everyone's in need of a good cocktail right now. We got 3 classic cocktails that we'll be making today. We're starting with the old fashioned, going to a classic margarita, and finally my personal favorite, the French 75. So let's get started.
First up is an absolute must for any home bartender, the old fashioned. There's a few basic ingredients that we'll need. First, your choice of bourbon, sugar cubes, not packets, bitters, the rind of an orange, and although it is highly debated online, I prefer my old fashions to have some Luxardo cherries. Now, an old fashioned is the perfect drink for a beginner because it is made entirely in the same glass that we'll be serving it in. You will need a rocks glass, and if you're looking to really wow your friends or spouse, frosting the glass can be a really nice touch. You can do this by wrapping a wet paper towel around the rocks glass and letting it sit in the freezer for at least 30 minutes. Step 1. Add your sugar cube to the frosted rocks glass. From there, add a few shakes of bitters. Next, add 1 bar spoon of water. This is when you will break out the muddler. This item allows you to combine the sugar cube, bitters, and water together into a slurry. If you don't have a muddler, don't fret, you can always use the back end of a clean spatula or another kitchen item. From here, you'll muddle the sugar cube, bitters, and water together to create a slurry. Once the sugar is fully dissolved, it's time to add 2 ounces of your favorite bourbon. Now, at a proper bar, they will probably use a jigger to properly measure out the liquid. If you don't own one, you can always use a shot glass, which can usually hold about 1.5 ounces of liquid. Give that mixture a quick stir, drop in some ice cubes, and you're ready for the garnishes. First, peel a thin layer of skin off of your orange. You don't want a lot of pith, the bitter tasting white stuff, so keep that to a minimum. Give the orange peel a quick tug to release some of the oils and bring that peel around the rim of the glass before dropping it in. Finally, drop in 2 Luxardo cherries for taste and color, and you got yourself a delicious staple from the Prohibition era.
Cheers.
Next up in our tour of cocktails is the classic margarita. This is a very simple recipe that gets you a lot of flavor without any of that neon green sludge from the grocery store. Here's all you need to make the perfect margarita right from the comfort of your own home. First, we have 1.5 ounces of your tequila of choice. I personally prefer silver tequila, so that's what I went with. 1 ounce of triple sec, 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice, some agave nectar for sweetener, and depending on your preference, some salt for rimming the glass. First things first, take your lime wedge around the rim of the glass and dip the rim into the salt. Next, you'll add your tequila, triple sec, and lime juice into the cocktail shaker. Depending on how sweet you want the drink to be, add some agave nectar into the shaker. I prefer just a small swig to help brighten up the margarita a bit. Now it's time to get your exercise in for the day and shake up that mixture for at least 30 seconds. From there, you'll pop the lid off your shaker, pour the mixture into your glass with ice, and add a lime wedge as your finishing touch. And there you have it, a classic margarita.
Cheers.
Last but certainly not least is my personal favorite, the French 75. This is another fantastic Prohibition era cocktail that is the perfect combination of packing a mean punch while also being light and refreshing. So here's all you need to put together a French 75. First, you'll need 1.5 ounces of your gin of choice, 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. Now, I don't want to hear about anyone going to the grocery store to buy $12 simple syrup. This is one of the easiest cocktail items you can make at home simply by combining equal parts sugar and water in a saucepan on your stovetop. Keep it on medium-low heat and stir until all the sugar has dissolved, and boom, you've made your own simple syrup. You'll need about 2 to 3 ounces of champagne to top off the cocktail, a lemon peel for garnish, all of which will be going into a champagne flute. So let's get started. First, place some ice into your cocktail shaker. Next, add your gin, simple syrup, and lemon juice. Next, it's time to put your gym clothes back on because we're shaking up this mixture for at least a minute.
I'll do some up here, down here. Oh yeah.
Pour the mixture into your glass. From there, we're going to fill the rest of the glass with a little champagne. This is always a good time to cross your fingers and hope you don't redecorate your entire apartment in champagne.
Woo! Golden.
Pour in the champagne and peel off some of the skin from your lemon. You'll give that lemon peel a quick twist and drop it into the glass. And just like that, you're ready for a killer date night or a Great Gatsby themed party.
Cheers. Yeah, I can't make that up. That's delicious. That's going to do it for me here today, guys. I hope you learned a little bit about all the cocktails you can make in the comfort of your own home. Be sure to tip your bartenders and have a good evening.